Hey, all of you, good afternoon. Am I audible now? Anurag, Sandeep, Lakshman, Sachu, Krishnan, Deepthi, good afternoon. Okay, fine, excellent. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining in. ये क्या हो गया? Somebody's changing there.
ये ऐसे रहता था
हाँ?
ऑटोमेटिकली चेंज हो रहा था
चेंज हो रहा था. Somebody नीचे कोई चेंज कर रहा है, देखो.
नहीं नीचे नहीं चेंज होगा लेट मी ओपन इट
Yeah, just give me a few seconds more. Okay, lately, my... ठीक है. ठीक है. Okay. So we start now. So lately, my favorite topic discussion is the Djokovic and Alcaraz match. How many of you have seen that? Raise your hand. None of you. Wow. Online students, देखा है आपने? Kaveri has seen. Vishal has seen. Hi Satyam. Kalp has seen. Anyways, let me just brief you on that. And while I was watching, I was noticing some things. And then I read about him. Of course, I've been tracking him for some time now, because this guy has defeated all the best players. He has defeated, Roger Federer. He defeated Djokovic. He has won on the grass, on the clay, on the hard court. He has won the US Open. So I presume you at least know there is Grand Slam. Okay. I think the only area he must now prove himself, proof kya is established there now, is the Australian Open. Let's see what happens there. Otherwise, okay, सारा कुछ हो चुका है उसके लिए. Wimbledon is taken. So Alcaraz is Spaniard, Carlos Alcaraz, and barely 20 years of age. In fact, he became 20 just now, May mein hua. And when he defeated, he entered the big league as early as when he was 18 years old. And big server. After the match got over, it was a very tough fight. If you have seen that fight, and I will say, 2-3 matches हैं आपको देखना चाहिए. एक और match we had, I think 2 years ago, Federer and Nadal का match था. It was a rally across quite length of time. I mean, it's a delight to see such talent. When you're watching cricket also, you must see some of those talents in action. So Djokovic, after the match got over, it was a tough fight. Djokovic said this to him. They asked to Djokovic, how are you feeling? Are you feeling nice, bad? He said, Abhi to aise hi hai, tomorrow morning I'll feel better. But now I'm devastated. It was a bit tough close. And he said, this guy, Carlos Alcaraz, is a combination of all the three people. All the three, these are considered as the three greats of today's time at least. Roger Federer, Djokovic and Nadal. ये तीनों का अलग-अलग strengths हैं. And this guy, Carlos, is himself, is all three together. It's like this guy can make no mistakes. और पूरे process में, Alcaraz was very calm, composed. Not getting angry, not getting frustrated. And Djokovic, very unlike him. He was smashing, cursing. He also broke his racket. And Djokovic has been on the Wimbledon center court for last 10 years. 10 साल से he has been playing on the center court. And 7 times he has won. So analysis mein, I was reading, what is it about Alcaraz? See, when we see performance of this kind, most of us simply see that they are good at something and they are winning. Okay, if you do not know his, this is the guy. Okay, Alcaraz, and you watch out. This guy is in next level. I remember when I started seeing tennis way back in my school times. So we had people like Bjorn Borg, McEnroe, Boris Becker, Stephen Edberg, Pete Sampras, Lendl. So every time I saw their match, I always wondered, iske aage kaun ja sakta hai yaar? If you have seen matches of Boris Becker or Lendl, it's like they're ultimate. And just when I thought ultimate, the guy called Andy Agassi comes in. वो अलग level में पहुंचा गया. And just when I thought Andy Agassi आगे कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, then a guy called Pete Sampras enters. इसके आगे कौन हो सकता है? Sampras, great power, serve. He was known for his serve and volley. उसके बाद आ गया Roger Federer आ गया. So every time you think this is the ultimate, इसके आगे क्या हो सकता है? Somebody will come in. And this guy is like that. So watch out for this guy. He's like the epitome of what tennis में perfection can be. This guy has power, drop shots, spin techniques, control on. Go back and read about him. Okay. नहीं टाइम नहीं होता है ना. लिसन, इसे ये अलग कहानी है. आप जब एसेज लिखते हैं ना, आप जब इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं, it is these kind of learnings and experiences which will enrich your essay. जब आप एग्जाम्पल दे पाओगे ना of people or events, so please do see, do not become a unidimensional personality कि सिर्फ geography कर रहे हैं और सिर्फ history कर रहे हैं. Don't do that. Keep your eyes open across different domains. Have interest in sports. I mean, sports में अगर आपको interest है, it's a huge learning for many things. So do not watch him only for watching him. It's of course a delight, but use it in your discussions. Ethics में आ जाएगा ये वाला discussions as examples. Anyway, that's a different point. I'll take up later on. So I read about this guy, and what is it good about him? So what I'm saying is that when you talk about these people, Tendulkar hai, Kohli hai, talk about him, talk about the basketball greats, talk about Schumacher, okay, talk about any of them. If you read their history, how they have reached that way, three things stands out, and I want that you to acknowledge that in some ways. One is the dedication for that craft. मैं sports नहीं बोलूंगा, I'll call that as craft, because the way they involve themselves is almost like a work of art. Every shot they play, okay, every move they make is a work of art. अगर आप recording देखे हो कभी, Schumacher को देखना, when he overtakes some of his rivals car में. Schumacher, I hope you have heard about him. Okay, Ferrari king, is legend. In fact, in front of Schumacher, Tendulkar was a fanboy moment for him. Tendulkar did not know what to tell him. He is that big a player, and you must see how he overtakes. Okay, so it's a craft for them. One. Number two, you realize with their patience, with their passion, they have what's called as a deep sense of belonging, where they keep on practicing. People like Tendulkar is not an ordinary talent. He's a genius. In next level के आदमी लोग हैं ये लोग. But the amount of time they put in, okay, for practice. I don't again know this story. ये legendary story है. And when India was playing Australia in one of those matches, Tendulkar, because Shane Warne was the bowler, and Shane Warne crazy leg spin, एक हाथ घुमा देगा ball. Tendulkar practiced leg spin from one of the best Indian leg spinners of those times. Okay, I think it was Shiva Ramakrishnan, and he made Shiva Ramakrishnan ball, okay, बहुत पास से, so that he can get used to playing those spins, and he perfected the art of sweep shots. And then he goes out to play Shane Warne, and he hits Shane Warne all over the place. Shane Warne बोलते हैं बाद में कि I have nightmares imagining Tendulkar will dance down the wicket and loft me over, okay, the head. So, I mean, look at the practice they have put in. One is, I said, they look at the work as a craft. Second is, they do what they do with lot of passion and practice. And third thing, they have mastered the process. हर चीज का एक method होता है. Alcaraz का was studying, he has a process to it, how he plays. Okay, how he one moment में आपको Alcaraz नहीं था, वो Djokovic था. What happened was Djokovic lost one set, and the next set, consequently, he was able to take on the serve of Alcaraz. And then the commentator said, there's one thing different Djokovic he's doing. What he did was, he walked into the court just 2 steps ahead. I was standing here, I was taking his ball. Because I could not take the ball earlier, what he did, he made a small course correction. वो 2 कदम आगे आ गए, that's all. And then he played a different type of tennis. The same thing, like a lot of batsmen do. They just open up the stance a bit. हल्का सा खुल के आएंगे, facing the bowler, and then they're in control. What I'm saying is, apart from the stories there's a process to whatever you do. The UPSC जो जिस level का, the type of, yeah, Shiva Ramakrishnan, correct. Okay. जिस type का level UPSC demands, this type का demand UPSC is expecting out of you, you have to see the examination as a craft. It's an art. Answer writing is an art. Reading the newspaper is an art. Notes making is an art. And exam में appear करना भी एक art form है. I have read very hard and give, trust me, it won't work. I have examples with me, I'll show that to you. That's one. Second thing, see if you can involve yourself passionately and the sense of practice. And third, I said, इसमें भी एक process है. Why people don't qualify or why people don't make it? ये अपने आप change हो रहा है. Okay. Okay, fine. So why people make it or fail? One big reason is, how are they approaching the examination? And I think some of you have been my students for quite some time. Not all of you, of course, some of you have walked in. I've always insisted on this. कि आप examination को ना, don't take it as, okay, reading and appearing. You have to be involved in the process. कैसे questions पूछे जा रहे हैं? What type of syllabus is there? What type of answers get marks? So that's what I'm trying to tell you here. So just introduce here, we are getting into this preparation, what we call as an advanced course. Why advanced course? Because my realization, and I have shared with all of you, is the foundation course जो आप लोग करते हो, the foundation course is just one level that you have for yourself. And most of us foundation में ही थक जाते हैं. The foundation goes on for 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, and you're tired. Foundation का coverage अपने आप में is disorganized for you. That's why आप rise नहीं कर पाते हो for the next level. The foundation course was enough probably 3-4 years ago, or maybe 6-7 years ago. I think 2017-18 से the game has completely changed. Every year UPSC कुछ ना कुछ twist डाल रहा है. Okay, so now this advanced course में it's for both. It's for prelims and also for mains. For prelims, I'm demonstrating something for all of you. Look at this question. I don't know if you can read this or not, but I'll read for you. The question is, which of the following activities constitute real sector in the economy? This was a question asked last year. और ये ऐसा question है, I can challenge this to you. You could not have been taught this in the foundation class. ऐसे I have identified 6-7 of them to start them demonstrate. Okay, which of the following is a real sector? Okay, and you can't guess this, understand it. आपको concept पता होना चाहिए. And because of the type of questions asked till now, this type of questions are not taught in the foundation class. Anyways, just to tell you, I think Devin, the real sector is a sector which is about producing real goods. You're producing a car, or you're producing a book, or you produce some material manufacturing, for example. So farmers, agriculture is real sector. Textile mills is real sector. And not this banks lending or the rupee denominations we have, bonds we have. Anyway, one example. Okay, next one. Next one. Again, this one. With reference to Indian economy, which of the following statements are correct? Commercial paper is short-term, unsecured. Certificate of deposit is long-term instrument. Okay. Call money is short-term finance. Zero coupon bonds are short-term bonds. अब देखो इसमें क्या है? This is something which can be taught to you, but what happens is जब आप एक क्वेश्चन पढ़ रहे हो ना, okay, commercial, deposit, long-term, short-term, promissory notes, you have lost it there itself. अगर आप ध्यान से पढ़ोगे, okay, you will read sentence, you will know कि trick कहां पर है. Trick long-term, short-term में है, trick कहां पर issue हुआ है, वो है. So even if you know the concepts, which I think this type of question maybe 50% of you will know, not all of you. Even if you know it, the technique in आपको question पढ़ना कैसे है. And my understanding, 9 out of 10 will get this wrong. Answering this is actually, I think, ये short term है ना ये वाला. 1 and 3 is correct. C, yes, which is this is long term and this is a short term, right? उल्टा किया हुआ है. Anyways, that's not my concern. आप पढ़ लेंगे ultimately. So one, I gave an example where you could not have been taught. Second example I'm showing you is you could have been taught, but exam pressure में आप ये question wrong करके आओगे. Okay, look at another example. Okay, answer is here. Okay, another example. Now tribal population society का part है. Plus you must study this as a part of your paper 2 also, injustice. Okay, but very rarely do we study these issues in as much depth. And this was a question again last year, right? 22 का question है, 19 का question है. Okay, this is something most of us should have studied GS में, but जब appear करने बैठोगे, look at the numbers here. यहाँ एक number है, okay, यहाँ पर एक number दिया हुआ है, एक fact यहाँ पर Irregular and Konda Reddy tribes. Okay, a very important point, a stagnant है या declining है. And trust me, again exam condition में you'll make a mistake here. Even if you know this, actually trick is question में था 92, answer is 75 PVTD, PVTGs. So one question I showed you, you could not have known the content. 2 questions I'm showing you, you might know it, but exam pressure में most of you will make a mistake, which means your preparation should not be alone about knowing things and giving tests. You must also know कि ऐसे questions को पढ़ा कैसे जाता है. What can I do so that I can calm down? I will focus. It's possible देख के डर लग रहा है. This is actually a scary question. देख के घबराहट लगे, इतना बड़ा सा question है. Okay. Yet how do I attempt this question? How do I eliminate this? And this is not bluffing. It's not the hacks you have to use. अब तो any case UPSC में hacks are impossible to try now. Okay, long वो नहीं कर सकते आप लोग. Okay. Look at another question. Now this one. I'm not very sure. I think none of the institutes actually teach these things. Okay, chemical names हैं. Carbofuran, methyl parathion, triozophus. Okay, these are chemical words, chemical terms. I doubt if they will teach you like this, but इसमें कुछ cues हैं. For example, this cue called furan. Furan is a cue. Okay, and according to those cues, methyl जहां लगता है उसका एक property होता है. Okay, if you know those, you can mark this. What can be the right answer? इस case में they're all pesticides, and you cannot say pesticide is out of course. So your technique of study is not same as the technique of preparing for the exam in the exam hall. What most of us do is we keep on studying and we practice some random questions. आप question practice क्या करते हो? वही करते हो ना जो आपको दिखाया जाता है. Website में you are seeing something, कोई test series join कर रखा है, and the test series says we are giving you 30 tests, 40 tests. Believe me, I have prepared questions, I have run a course, and I am heading an institute. If I am actually preparing good questions, 30 tests is a crazy objective, believe me. 30 questions prepare, 30 tests का मतलब है I must have a bank of 3,000 questions. And 3,000 questions हर साल नए वाले अच्छे वाले नहीं होते हैं. Okay, so what we do is we pack up lot of non-serious questions also. Yeah, करने दो उसको, भरना है ना मैं पेज. If you are practicing those type of questions, you are not learning the art of how to crack the examination. Ask a friend, they'll tell you, sir, उस इंस्टीट्यूट में मैंने 50 टेस्ट लगाया था और अच्छे स्कोर आ रहे थे, यूपीएससी में नहीं आ रहे हैं स्कोर. ये सुना आपने स्टोरी? नहीं. I was getting very good rank in that test series. In the examination hall, I don't get marks. One reason is the type of questions you are practicing. One reason is the type of exercise you're doing and at what stage. For most of us, we are practicing some questions which are not the right questions. And by the time I practice right questions, it is too late near the examinations. Abhi hum bata bhi dena aapko, karo practice. You will not do that until probably month of March, April. And there also, you'll panic. Aap thoda thoda karke nikal jaoge. There is a process to this. Okay, so this is one aspect of prelims. Now look at this one. I'm giving you some examples of mains questions. Okay. Look at the question. I'll read this one. Okay. Discuss, this was asked last year. Discuss the significance of lion and bull figures in Indian mythology, art and architecture. Bull figure हमारे architecture में है, we all know that. Lion, Sarnath temple, all that we know that. Sarnath emblem, we all know that. How many of you would have studied it at this level? और वो भी कितने marks? 20 marks? This is 15 marks question. ये 15 mark. 15 mark मतलब at least 150, 200 word लिखना है आपको. So even if I know, and you know what? This was a question that we should have anticipated. Why? Because the emblem was made in the parliament and big hue and cry हुआ था, good, bad, ugly. So when you're preparing for the examination, you have to keep eyes on the contextual development and study accordingly. And accordingly implies anticipate the questions. Bina anticipation, आप इसको लिख ही नहीं सकते. Look at this question. The political, and all of us know state organization. We all know that India is a union of states. India, the states are destructible. They can modify some pata, article 1, 2, whatever. The question is, the political and the administrative reorganization of states and territories has been a continuous ongoing process since the mid-19th century. And ye jo add kar diya, discuss with examples. Matlab, you must trace India's state reorganization from 1850s. 30s is Charter Acts, right? Ab wahan par dhoondoge aap. What were the laws of provisional governments? What was done there? Okay. And from there you are tracing. And you must pay attention to the word that it is a continuous ongoing process. If I draw the timeline, start from 1850s, tell what happened before independence, then tell me what happened after independence, then tell me what happened in recent times, and tell me कि आगे क्या होने वाला है. आपके आंसर में सिर्फ एक पार्ट है, आपको मार्क्स नहीं मिलने वाला. And it's impossible that you could have studied like this. लेकिन जो आपने पढ़ा हुआ है, उसी से आप निकाल सकते हैं. Because ultimately it is all competition, right? Competition में you have to be better than the rest. That's all. So what I'm telling you is, there are questions, there are certain type of concepts which you have to study differently, which you have to prepare differently, and not from the regular foundation courses. Okay, यही दो question भी है. This question, okay, mention the significance of straits and isthmus in international trade. You have to be very strong in mapping here. कौन सा strait है, which countries are there, which islands are there, which isthmus is there, what countries are there, what, and उठाना है 4-5 and then discuss the significance of that. Exam pressure में ना इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस को आंसर करने के लिए you require different type of alertness, a different type of engagement. I'm sure nobody would have taught this type. This one. Now, I'm anticipating this. IR questions are no longer state questions. IR को link कर दे रहे हैं. IR with climate change, IR with terrorism, IR linked with space technology, IR with issues related to maybe conflicts. This question is, okay, a question on IR, clean energy is the order of the day. Briefly describe briefly India's changing policies towards climate change in various international fora in the context of geopolitics. I mean, 4 key words here. Clean energy, India's changing policies, various fora, and geopolitics. It's not simply, okay, importance of energy. अभी समझने में आपको लगेगा at least 1 or 2 minutes. What is trying to ask you? So, आपके preparation for the mains, okay, preparation for the prelims is not something which can be limited to course completion alone. And this type of study cannot happen at the last phase of your preparation. It can't be done within 2 months after the prelims. और वैसे भी आप अगर prelims दे रहे हैं, the kind of fear we have, I'm sure all of you will focus on the prelims starting from January. So आपके पास time कब रहा ऐसे questions को उठाने के लिए, to discuss such questions, to discuss such concepts? Where do you have the time? This is the moment. Okay. So, I mean, we have the other questions also here. So, I'm giving you a demonstration of what I mean by analysis. I'm going back to the story of Nadal again, or go back any of these toppers, any of this talented genius. They have a method, I said, where they involve themselves into that act like a craft. उसमें घुस जाते हैं उसके अंदर में. And then they are working in a different plane. For example, to talk about history. अब बताओ. ये वाला? See, I'm just showing you one example. इस सारा तो देख नहीं पाएंगे आप लोग. You won't move up. The whole thing will not move up.
No. This is.
Okay, fine. Now, this is something that we have done. And I want this thing you should do. Don't take a copy of this, please. हम आपको कराएंगे इसको बैठ के. Look at this, what we have done. We have an analysis of what type of questions are asked. L1, L2, L3. L1 are state questions. I think you all know this term by now. L2 is the intermediate one. L3 is the what I showed you right now was L3 questions. जो beyond syllabus हैं, जो tricky वाले हैं. And then what we have done is, we have done a bit of mapping. Look at the mapping here. Here. So, ancient architecture से, pottery seal से, Gandhara art से, what are the questions asked? It's moving too fast. So people ask me, how do we know what to teach? It's not as obvious. इधर है? So what we have done is, we have a kind of a micro listing, and in the micro listing here, okay, what are the questions asked? This was one question asked in 2016, okay, where it's about Krishna Deva Raya, the king of Vijayanagar, was not only established, accomplished scholar, but also a great patron of learning and literature. Discuss. So ऐसे हमने पूरा मैप कर रखा है. I mean, there are many of them. मैं आपको दिखा नहीं पा रहा हूं यहाँ पर. Okay. Here is one. I'll do it from here. Wait. This is one more question. Okay. Economic model of British India. If you see this one, examine critically the various facets of economic policies of the British in India from the mid 18th century to independence. तो जो mid 18th है ना, mid 19th, ये बहुत जगह पूछा हुआ है. So if I see the pattern, I'll know that I must study 3-4 things from mid 19th. This is about economic policies. एक question आपने देखा about your state reorganization. वैसे questions हैं around education policies. So I can pick up the themes and start studying on those topics. Okay. Anyways, that's beside the point. Do we have more? On this side? Here. It's on British what? This is about Indian administration. Why did the armies of British East India Company, mostly comprising soldiers, win consistently against the more numerous and the better equipped armies of the Indian rulers? ये last time पूछा हुआ question है. Yes, this one. See, we all know about what happened in your revolt of 1857. The question asks us, despite the fact that all soldiers were Indian, how did the British win against us? What did they do? Why? The soldiers were more loyal to the British rather than to Indian rulers. That's a thinking question again. आपको जब पढ़ाया जाता है, and for that matter even us, when we teach 1857, we don't teach at this depth. If you have studied the questions like this, the entire, at least last, what, 15 years के questions? Okay. If you have done this, you will know what type of questions are being asked. किस type का focus चाहिए हमें. This is part of your passionate engagement and not merely going and attending a class. आप उठाओ question paper उठाओ and we'll give a format of this kind. हमारे पास answer है लेकिन आप ढूंढ के करो mapping. Okay, so if you look at this, go back to the, okay, this one. So same thing, history है. वैसे ही I can take you through the environment analysis. Which one? Here? Okay. You have got more questions environment पे. See, this will tell you about the number of questions asked in environment every year. 4-5 questions होते हैं. The cumulative marks are about 40-50 marks. और किस area से पूछ रहा है देखो. Okay, environmental problems, which year, and you know how much time we spend in memorizing wildlife sanctuaries. एक भी question नहीं है. I mean, these are insights. अगर आपको ये समझ में आ जाएगी, you'll know कि आप कैसे time waste कर रहे हैं. Not a single question on this. Even biodiversity conservation, last year एक सवाल पूछा है. Just one question last year. History में आगे भी नहीं है. Okay, see, I'm showing this to you. Okay, organizations में 3 questions हैं. Environmental acts में 3 question हैं. So when I'm preparing, if I know कि कितना question कब पूछा गया है, I can accordingly prepare a bit more, okay, proactively, no? So what we want is, and this is true for all subjects, okay, economy में भी ऐसे ही है, polity में ऐसे ही है, and we'll show this to you. Yes, we'll show this to you, don't worry. So what I want is, कि your preparation, because many of you are doing GS for the last 4, 5, 6 months, and maybe a bit more also. It's time you change your preparation towards this type of preparation. आपके पास notes बने हुए हैं. You have your summary sheets. Maybe you have done that. Maybe you have done some reading also. Now shift gear. And यही right time है. People ask me, sir, how do I prepare prelims and mains at the same time? By analysis. See the topics जिसमें के questions repeat हो रहे हैं. Prelims में and mains में. And put your more efforts there. So starting August, September, October, November, December, 5-6 months of get into this type of a research work and practice questions and answers. And then shift yourself towards your prelims. Anyways, I'll come back on that afterwards. So back to our conversation here. So ये analysis आपको करना चाहिए. Apart from this, okay. Now, ये जो L1, L2 questions हैं and L3 questions, the skills required are very different. जैसे कि L1, L2 questions, they will primarily require lot of facts, lot of data. They'll require a lot of examples, which you can memorize and you can write down. You need this, why? Because abhi bhi, about 50% of questions are L1 and L2. And another 50%, 40% se khel rahe hain. In the future, I'm seeing L3 questions jo hain, wo badh jayenge. They will be probably as much as even 70% of your question paper. Okay. So for L1, L2, you require different skills. But for your L3 type, what you require is conceptual clarity. What you require is the applied aspect. Okay. What you require is questions samajhna bahut important hai. I'll demonstrate that to you right now. Can I open up this one? Okay. Look at this one. I'm just showing you something, all of you. There is a essay I gave somebody to write down. Isko aap dhyan suno aap, okay? Then we'll come back and discuss. The essay's topic was the strongest of all warriors. The strongest of all warriors are these two: time and patience. Okay, this is the topics, okay, wordings, and this is a statement by Leo Tolstoy. So I was doing one of these exercises where I give an assignment. I have with me an essay which I think is a very good piece of English writing. The style of writing, the choice of words, the flow of the essay is very nice, excellent flow. I mean, if I was giving marks only on the basis of language, expressions, flow, okay, and examples given, isko main aaram se na 150-60 marks de dun isko. And that's a crazy mark. I'm not known for giving very liberal marks also. I can give this person that much. But the problem with this essay was, I'll read out some passages, you understand this. Look at this paragraph, all of you. Okay. I think you all can read this. Okay. So look at the way the essay begins. Okay. हम बोलते हैं ना, you should write the story and all that. Look what he has done. Okay. India's first field marshal, Jamshedji Sam Manekshaw, once defied the then Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi's orders of sending Indian Army into East Pakistan during the monsoon season of 1971. Rather, he suggested her to have patience and let the time pass to suit our strengths. This phenomenal show of time and management and patience got us one of the most comprehensive victories and liberation of Bangladesh. Pehla paragraph has caught my attention. This writer is not a regular writer. The way he is linking, the way, okay, jo keywords hain aise ke, time, patience isme aa gaya. Okay, and very interesting. I want to know more. Ki aage kya likha hoga. Okay. The significance of these two, the time and patience, was very clear in the minds of Leo Tolstoy. Look at the transition from a story towards some narration. In his book, War and Peace, the strongest of warrior time and patience, those were the times of war when Tolstoy wrote this. According to him, the most important qualities to outmaneuver enemies were time and patience. Time gives us enough scope to remain in the battlefield for a longer time, and remaining calm and composed. Okay, something. Take it. 2 paragraphs, I'm very impressed. Good language, okay, good examples, a good flow. The problem starts, okay, look at this paragraph. I'll read it for you, it's a bit longer one. This shows that any work of art is context dependent. Okay. Looking through present times, one can definitely say that how perfect these times are for India. Euphoria has taken India into its laps. Patience of years have paid off India. She's now holding a presidency to G20 and so on. The reforms in every field. Conversely, we also witness turbulent times. In a sense, the world is facing a war. This shows any event happening in time and space is very much depend on the context in which it's happening. While there is rosy picture being painted, okay, the next paints a gloomy one. I've lost her here. Here, यार दो अच्छा शुरू किया था. ये paragraph में क्या लिखा जाए, I do not know. And when I read the fourth paragraph, then I know she have understood the topic wrong. Fourth paragraph, देखो. How significant even a second of time is can be illustrated through the example of Kalpana Chawla. A mere distance of 8 seconds from the earth cost her life while the humanity lost a star. इतना कम time के difference के वजह से something happened and the space shuttle blew up. This speaks volume of how precious and powerful time is. Precision in time is also the key point in scientific experiments. When nuclear fusion process goes on uncontrolled, it produces atomic bombs, a disaster for humanity. The first paragraph is time patience के वजह से हम जीत गए. Second paragraph is this idea was given by Leo Tolstoy. The third paragraph is because India maintained patience, हमने reforms किया, we did something. The fourth is because we don't value time, we don't understand its importance. One small, minute shift in time and we lost Kalpana Chawla. ये तो लिख रही हैं, is it right? But see difference क्या है? The topic is not about the importance of time and patience. The topic is about time and patience as a warrior. फर्क है दोनों चीज में. The person asks, आप समझाओ आप क्या कहना चाह रहे हो? I said, look at it, imagine this. There's a mother. One essay is importance of mother लिखो. Mother cares, mother takes care of me, mother cooks food, mother takes me out. Okay, mother is inspiring, mother is solving problems. Importance of mother. Okay. और एक essay लिखो, mother as a warrior. A mother who is fighting for you. A mother who is protecting you like a ferocious tiger. दो अलग हो जाएगा ना यार. Mother importance is not same as write about mother as a warrior winning battles for you. Imagine आता है what? I remember that movie called Mom. देखा है movie? Mom में Sridevi is like a warrior. She out to get justice for her daughter who was killed and who was abused and assaulted. So this essay is not about mother is important. It's about tell mother is a warrior. इस essay में he has missed the warrior context. Good language, good examples, very good flow. आपको question ही समझ में नहीं आया ना, इसमें मैंने 0 पकड़ा देना है. And if I give a grace mark 50-60 because यार good person, okay, लिखा है अच्छा and essay, language अच्छा है, but I can't give competitive marks. You understand what I mean by I gave you this idea, no? That L3 question का एक challenge है understanding the question. I will show you one more example. This example, one of your friends wrote an answer. Okay, and आज सुबह ही देख रहे थे. I have taken his permission to show this to you. Okay, and all of you can identify this. By the way, in the class, any one of you in my environment class, raise your hand. Okay, I'm doing disaster management, right? And I've talked about the concept of risk reduction, resilience. Okay, look at the question. Discuss the concept of urban resilience. आप पढ़ नहीं पा रहे हैं, let me do that for you. Discuss the concept of urban resilience in the context of planning for sustainable development with reference to towns and cities of India. What is the concept of urban resilience in the context of planning for sustainable development in reference to the cities and towns of India? ठीक है? Look at what he writes. In the present context of instability, in almost all circumstances, climate instability leads to natural disasters, or financial instability, environmental degradation, leads to health hazards. So either social current leads to conflicts among people. Considering these issues, settlements should be developed, planned in a way that not only resist, but also adapt to change accordingly. ये paragraph पढ़ के, the first thing is, I do not know what he's going to write on this. I was expecting कि इस question के जो keywords हैं, वो दिखने चाहिए. I can see climate change, I can see adaptation, I can see problems of conflicts. Okay, but I have no clue about कि इस बंदे को ये क्वेश्चन समझ में आया कि नहीं आया. I give him benefit of doubt कि ठीक है आगे लिखा होगा. Let me see. I read again. The concept of urban resilience. While developing and planning urban structures, issues are included. Number one, natural disaster resilience. Recent time, disasters, climate change, urban heat dome, flash floods has been observed. Okay, floods in Delhi. Solutions is green area in cities, parks, swamps, waterlogging overcome. What has he done here? He has taken an event called as floods or a pollution. Why that happens? With example, solution de diya. Okay. Look at another one. Environment resilience. India, urban structure, whatever, hub of pollution, waste management, rapid urbanization. We need mitigation. The source is vehicle emissions, pollution, vehicular electric vehicles, mass rapid systems, discourage people from private vehicle, effluents. Okay, over. The fourth point. So he wrote about floods. Then he wrote about pollution. Now about water problem. Okay, water pollution, water stress, safe clean water, solution in infrastructure, storage, urban area, problems of flood management. Then I go back and read the question again. Question क्या पूछा था? Question was, discuss the concept of urban resilience. 2 पेज पढ़ लिया मैंने. कहीं दिखाई दिया आपको? In all seriousness, all of you. I have read 2 pages. Answer पूरा है, about 3 page का answer है. 2 pages gone, means 2/3 gone. Okay. I have still not known, did he write on urban resilience or not? What is urban resilience? पहले वो समझाओ ना. The answer is on the urban problems called pollution. This is the problem, this solution. The urban problem called as urban heat dome. ये problem is solution. The urban problem called floods. This problem is solution. Question पूछ ही नहीं रहा आपको. This answer is on what are the urban problems, why do they have them, and what can we do about them. That's it. हम बता रहे हैं कि आप बताओ urban resilience क्या है. समझाओ पहले मुझे. Urban resilience is the ability of bouncing back, robust, the urban system sustaining distresses from economic problems, bouncing back from environmental problems, a resilience about a society building back in terms of conflicts also. आप समझा के लिखेंगे क्या resilience होता है. Resilience happens only when the infrastructure is good, when there is grassroots participation, when the governance is also more modern, when there's technology solutions in things. This is resilience. Why do I need resilience? अब ये question देखो. The next part. In the context of planning, explain this for sustainable development. अब मुझे बताना चाहिए कि in urban resilience, why do I need it for sustainable development? फिर हम बताएंगे कि urban areas में तो maximum लोग रहते हैं. Urban areas have poverty. Urban areas have pollution. Urban areas have water problems. Therefore, if I want sustainable development goals, I can't ignore urban areas. You get the point here? Question is, tell us what's urban resilience, then tell us why urban resilience is important for sustainable development goals. आपका 2 पेज जा चुका है. You are nowhere near what the question is asked. How do we give you marks? Yeah, online. Are you able to appreciate what the problem is? It's just incidental. I have this answer. And trust me, this is a problem of 9 out of 10 students. आप question ही नहीं समझते हो. So you are busy reading, you know content. देखो, yes, put all the content. Delhi example, floods डालना है, water issues हैं, pollution problems है, urban heat dome. You have put all the content in this. but all answer is irrelevant. If I am being ruthless, I'll give 0 on this answer. So in L3 questions, ये problem आता है कि question समझ में नहीं आता, what is asking? And for that type of study, you must spend time, good about 4, 5, 6 months, and discuss more questions. Sir, बैठ के discuss करते हैं question, rather than telling me what to read. Let's spend time in understanding what the question was. Yes, yes, absolutely. In fact, that's the approach we also have in geography. I'll spend time taking up tricky questions. अब बताओ आप उसका क्या meaning है. लिखेंगे आंसर बाद में. In fact, my contention is, अगर मैं आपको ना लैपटॉप पकड़ा देता हूं, ये लो लैपटॉप, take all the books you need, अब लिखो आंसर. The problem is, because you do not know what the question demands, आपको पता भी नहीं क्या ढूंढना चाहिए आपको. अगर समझ में आ गया कि क्वेश्चन का ये नीड है, accordingly you can search, no? Is it okay, all of you? What I'm trying to prevail on is the way you study GS. Uska stages hai, okay? There are stages to how it must happen. ये कहाँ जाए बताओ? Okay. So there are many more questions. I thought I will not get into all of them. Okay. So what you need for your preparation is, ये तो ऐसे था, they are showing you. अरे, who's changing this? Like it has a mind of its own. हाँ, घोष्टी होगा. Okay. So I'm now saying, now like I said, the objective of this workshop is 2 fronts. Okay, I'm very open about this. One is, we have a course and I would want you to join us because we are following a method, a process, and I want that to benefit you in some ways. And of course, it's part of my offerings. Second is, आप भी process समझें. I mean, it's not about selling a course alone. It's about telling you how your study must change. So in your preparation, or GS or your geography ho, okay, what should be your strategy is what I'm discussing here. Okay, so first step, you have to know all the facts, summaries, examples by hearted. जब हम geography में कराते हैं, make a synopsis. Okay, you must make a list of all the facts. Your notes alone won't help. You do a class, और फिर आप चले जाते हो टेस्ट देने के लिए, it's a total waste of your money and time. So first do this. Second, memorize couple of answers of LN1 and L2. Okay, we give you the answers. कि सोचो बाद में, पहले रट्टा मारो इसी को. First know what does an L1 question look like and what does an L1 answer look like. Say if I had time with you, if I started from school, maybe I would have taught the process slowly, gradually with you. Right now, I'm shoving it down your throat. समझ में आए नहीं आए, रट्टा मारो चुपचाप. I'll make you revise, memorize 10, 15, 20 of them. अब लिखोगे, trust me, you'll write a better one. It's like, you fake it till you make it. You keep on practicing something, you ultimately will start behaving like that. That's what our approach will be. You memorize some questions. Then get into L3 questions and start discussing the questions. Then you learn writing answers here and finally give your tests. What you guys do is, आप class कर लेते हैं और सीधा आ जाते हैं test series. I mean, some of you have given mains to understand the problem here. And this is something which unfortunately most institutes will not do. If you ask me, why am I doing this? No reason. Okay, one is, I have to break the monopoly of existing systems where I know they are getting it wrong. It is my backdoor entry. Simple as steady as that. आप टेस्ट दो, आप बाकी नहीं सिखा रहे हो ना, आप सिखा भी नहीं पाओगे. You have to come somewhere else. Second reason is, this is what you need. Forget about the sales part. अगर आपको समझ में आ गया, go back to the craft thing. You must love the craft of answer writing. love the craft of studying things in deep. This answer discussion. Okay, मुझे इतना मजा आया पढ़ के, because you know I could see the mistakes and I could teach somebody the same mistakes. ये गलत हो रहा है आपका. This is an art. Trust me, it's an art. This essay. When I was reading the essay, I got the essay 2 दिन पहले check करने के लिए. I read the essay at least 5-6 times. कि something is missing here. और मैं पकड़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ. A gut feeling कि यार इसमें कुछ ना कुछ गलत हो रहा है. And when I discovered, oh, this is what the mistake he was making. He's writing about importance of time and patience, not about how time patience are warriors. It was an aha moment for me. I want that type of study from you guys. So you have to be involved here, not mechanically giving a test. That is your stage of preparation. I repeat. सबसे पहले अपना notes ठीक करें आप. All facts, all data, all summaries, all base reading is done. Second, pick up some answers and pick up good answers. Nitish, हमारे questions तो हैं ना website में. My recommendation to all of you, I'm going to put lot of answers on the website. Okay, I think 21 and 22 के model answers of GS are already on the website free of cost. Go to Edukemy website, एक button होगा resource page, and the resource page there are PYQ answers. And I can assure you they're among the better answers you find in the market. आप उसको देखें कैसे लिखा गया है, why their answer is like that. पहले तो आप उठाओ questions, okay, and you try on your own first. Then you go back and check कि क्या लिखा गया आंसर में. ठीक है? So do that. Then of course you have to be with us for L3 level discussions, okay, and then your test series. And that's exactly what we are doing as an institution. Okay, an example of ये दिख रहा है, अच्छा ये यहाँ पर होगा मेरे पास, right? यही है ना? I will share this with you, but I still wanted कि just a minute. I'll show the schedule to all of you. Say our schedule, the way we plan it. We start on August 2nd. We have PYQ analysis first. Then every class, these are the themes we'll discuss. You can see this. Importance of geophysical phenomena, desertification, water and air pollution. Why have I picked up these topics alone? Because I have mapped the previous year's questions. And on these, we will discuss some questions with you. And the questions are largely L3 level questions. So 2 घंटे क्लास में हम आपके साथ 4-5 क्वेश्चन डिस्कस कर रहे होंगे. Okay. Having discussed, so you have got discussion, ये टेस्ट क्या है? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 classes into 5 है? नहीं, I'm just going 4 classes. 1, 2, 3, 4 discussion into 3, 4. आपके पास approximately you have got about 12 to 16 answers with you here. आप स्टडी करेंगे, go back to PYQ questions, L1, L2, then you come and give the test with me. The test is not simply go and give the test. In fact, a bit immodest here, this technique was entirely begun by me. I always believed that giving a test is no solution to your problems. Because अगर आपको आता नहीं है तो आप छोड़ देंगे और क्या करेंगे आप, या फिर गलत लेके आ जाओगे. तो मैंने सिखाया कहां आपको? आपने नहीं लिखा, I said 0 marks. लिखा है 1 mark and some comments. आप सीखे तो नहीं है ना? So what I prefer is पहले बैठो मेरे साथ, learn something first. You have done the foundation course, let's learn something first. Okay, some new concepts, some new terms, take some answers, write answers first, memorize answers first, do this for 1 week, 5-6 days, then come and give the test. And all probabilities, some of the questions test वाले हम repeat कर देंगे. जो पढ़ाया वही आप लिखो बैठ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. That's the method we are going to follow. Okay, zoom in. We'll share this with you. It's all डाल दिया, हम डाला नहीं है. We'll share the entire schedule for the entire GS advanced course. We're starting with what? Geography. Geography will start. Then we're shifting towards geography. में कितने tests हैं? कितने sessions हैं? Geography alone will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, discussions हैं. उसके बाद सेशन क्या है? environment hai. Oh, the number of classes I mentioned here, environment hai. Then we'll go. So the sequence will follow is, if you want to note down, we'll do geography first, we will do environment next, we will do history next. After history, we will do polity. Okay. This sequence hai for the next 4 months. Geography, environment, history, and then we have got polity. My objective is by December or January latest, I must finish off 4 critical areas of your GS, which is geography, environment, okay, polity, economy. Ye 4 important hai. Plus history, okay, it is a tricky one because history mein returns are very low. The type of questions asked, okay, I can't guarantee कि आपके वो questions आ जाएंगे. But ये 4 है. ये 4 I'll finish off by December and January. जो रह जाता है, do with me, but I'll then shift you towards your prelims preparation. Okay, so going back, now what? Not this one. Yes. So this is a schedule that we have for you. Okay, followed by, and now your advanced course includes what things? It's like a complete package. Okay, it'll include 4 components. The advanced course for the prelims mains together, along with test and test discussions. It'll include the entire prelims preparation starting from January, December, right up to the prelims. Then we'll get into main support program. After prelims de liya, okay, now come back again to us. Sit with us and we will help you, okay, revise whatever we have taught you. We call this as main support program. Okay. It's gone. This board has a life of its own. Koi nahi. Okay. And we support you with a lot of material, like a booklet on case studies, a booklet on facts and details. We'll give a booklet on model essays, a booklet on model answers. Okay. So these are the 4 components. So I don't think you should go beyond this. It's like, one-stop solution types. I'm hardcore marketing now. Okay. I mean, that was intention ultimately, that you should feel the benefit of what's being offered. So advanced mains writing, prelims preparation mentorship ke saath mein, you have the main support program, is called revision. Isme components hain then. What are the tests and so on, and the material. So that's the idea. I thought I'll share with you. And like I said, it doesn't matter aap join kare na kare. Okay. But if you're preparing on your own, do these things. And whatever we are giving online, free of cost, wo to aap use kar hi sakte ho, not a problem there. The only problem will be for those who are not finishing their GS as a module. You have a tough time. It's like 2 din history, 2 din geography, 1 din science and technology. So aapka koi section khatam hi nahi ho raha hai to start off advanced content. Just let me explain this to you again. See, there are 2 types of students here. Give me a few more minutes, then I'm done with this. One type of students are who have done the GS already. Okay, they have a sense of completion. या फिर खत्म होने वाला 1-2 महीने के अंदर में. For these guys, my entire say advanced course is modular, which means I will start with geography, finish complete geography. Then I'll start with environment, finish environment. Then I'll start off with history, finish history. So I'm going modular. Okay. So these guys who have done the course, okay, and I will not change this because it'll disrupt my pattern of your course completion. Hum yehi follow karenge. And there are guys who have joined the course probably from April, May, from June, whatever. Aapka kya chal raha hai? 2 days history, 2 days geography, 1 day science and technology. Sir mil gaya to padha diya culture. Okay, 2 दिन छुट्टी मिल गया because sir nahi the, तो test पकड़ा दिया. Okay, test कर लो, we'll manage. Again come back for geography. So आपका कोई टॉपिक खत्म नहीं हो रहा है और कोर्स खत्म होगा मंथ ऑफ मार्च. तो मंथ ऑफ मार्च तक बैठो. Okay, then you can start off this one. This is your challenge. How to help you guys? I don't know. Okay. In fact, if you ask me, I'll suggest कि अगर ये problem हो रहा है, switch gears. Switch gears like start studying on your own. अगर 24 target है, आप इसके साथ नहीं जा सकते. You'll murder your entire chance. Now more or less an idea कैसे पढ़ाया जाता है. Material सारा market में है. Buy the material and finish off. I'll follow this method कि पहले जैसा geography कराएंगे. Let me finish off geography quickly. Okay, so I will do environment. I will study on my own. That's one choice. Second choice is I'm inviting all of you there. You produce your admission slip of wherever taken admission. मुझे पता है आपने पैसे खर्च कर दिए हैं और मेरे लिए पैसे हैं नहीं. ठीक है? But I want you in my team. So talk to us. We'll give you the course at a throwaway price. Because my interest is the more students I have, the more likely one of you will qualify. It's like, I'm trying to increase my probability of success. Okay. And if God willing, if I get better, okay, we'll see how we can modify thereafter. So for you guys, one choice is continue this pattern and then be realistic कि आपको कब एग्जाम देना चाहिए without getting distressed. आपका कोर्स खत्म होगा मार्च अप्रैल and the worst part is मार्च अप्रैल में आपका चलेगा डबल क्लास. बिकॉज कोर्स खत्म करना है इंस्टीट्यूट को. उनके पेपर में है टिक मार्क, कोर्स कर दिया. सुबह शाम 8 hours ऑफ क्लास चलेगा यहां पर आपका. I don't know how you'll prepare for prelims. So that's one. In that case, be realistic. Then 2024 ko take with a healthy dose of salt and maybe get ready for 25. Go back and analyze it. I'm not saying this is true. You think about one. Second is, यार पैसे गए. Okay, मुझे अपना पढ़ाई करना है. इतना भी बेवकूफ नहीं हूं मैं. I understand what's happening. Okay, I will study on my own. Take up the notes, ask your friends. बैठो पढ़ाई करो अपने आप बैठ के. कि नहीं सर ये अपने आप तो I get tired. Then तो we are there. Please come over. Okay. So, but you must give me your admission slip with your name, ID. है ना, सुहासिनी एडमिशन ले रही है, पैसा दिया है प्रियंका ने, ये नहीं चलेगा. Okay. So this is what you must do. And for you guys, आप तो बिल्कुल मत सोचो guys. You start the process immediately. You start now, but not a random test series. The institutes run this year-long test series, no? My understanding is total sham. Okay. Because उसमें आप सीख नहीं रहे हो how to analyze, what to study, how to revise, what part to read, because you have got no analysis in the first place. हम चाहेंगे आप बैठो. I have a day for analysis of questions. आप बैठे हमारे साथ and you tell us what type of questions are being asked. You tell us कि हम क्या पढ़ाएंगे बताओ. It's like, I'm challenging you guys. You, if you qualify, God willing, 24 में qualify कर जाते हो, या 26 तक you are a DM of a district. Can't you have a thinking mind for yourself? Okay, you qualify, you are heading a district. How can you say, sir, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है? Sit down and do that. It will happen. Fine, all of you? So that was about this conversation. Okay. Now, just to end up the conversation with, I don't know if you know this character. Greek mythology mein, there's a guy called as Sisyphus. Go back and look about what he is. Sisyphus ka kaam hai, he's like one of the demigods. There's a mountain and Sisyphus is rolling the ball up, a stone. Okay. He reaches there, the stone will roll down back again. He's again pushing it up. Okay. He'll put a stone there, it again rolls back. There's a lot of philosophies on what does this imply about life and about efforts. Okay. चला गया फिर से. Okay. Yeah, Sisyphus. Now, different people have different thought about this. One interpretation is that this ultimately is life. Life का और कोई meaning नहीं है, आप बस काम कर रहे हैं. But imagine Sisyphus is doing this like he is doing a work of art, like he is happy doing it. With every try he learns, oh, I must push the ball like this. Oh, this was a better one. Oh, this is where I made a mistake. Not knowing why exactly he is doing it, but is enjoying the process. So as an analogy for all of you, see your UPSC preparation like you're pushing a stone up the mountain. और आपके पास दो ही ऑप्शन है. Enjoy the craft. And second is, okay, be happy about it. If you put yourself in pressure, या इतना दूर आया फिर गड़ के वापस आ गया फिर, और यही हो रहा है आपकी लाइफ में, nothing else. So if you can enjoy the craft of कैसे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, कैसे डिकोड करेंगे, it's enjoyable to understand what was being asked, how will I link topics and concepts. If you can do this, you will enjoy the process and you definitely will earn and learn better than what others have done. Yes, Gauri, for 26, it's a bit too early. I would rather say do your foundation first and then get in touch with us maybe next year. Okay, for 26 is to be too early, but method yahi rahega. Okay, and to end up, I want you to pay attention to two sentences. Okay, see if you make sense. One says, pressure is a privilege. ये सुना है आपने कभी? Pressure is a privilege. कहते हैं ना, expectations जो होते हैं, pressure ही तो है और क्या है? People expecting that I will qualify, the pressure of doing well, the pressure of coming first. This idea says, don't see pressure as a negative thing. पे आपसे expectation जब ही हो रहा है when people see you are capable of it, no? People have expectations from you only when they know that you can do it probably. वैसे ही, the whole idea, I want to commit, I want to compete. It happens because you have a feeling you can do it, right? And that's a privilege. Not everybody has that type of mental strength. Not everybody has that type of talent that people can believe in them. आपको pressure लग रहा है, that's a privilege. I mean, I think as an individual, I will be devastated if people have no expectations from me. It's like I'm a log कोना में पड़े हुए हैं. Okay, in the words of okay, ये जो आपके कपिल शर्मा है, उबला हुआ आलू कोने में पड़ा हुआ है. I'll be devastated कि यार मेरी कोई औकात नहीं है कि nobody even expecting I can do something. See that? That's one. Second, on the stadium, the French Open का जो stadium है, is called as Roland Garros, where the tennis is played. On the gate of Roland Garros, it says, victory comes to those who persevere. And I'm a firm believer of this. आप लगे रहें इसमें. Be at it. Enjoy the craft, be passionate, learn the process, learn the techniques. It will happen. Yes, correct. Yes, this is Billie Jean King, correct. Okay, Billie Jean King, another great player. Okay. She was a partner of Martina Navratilova. Pressure is a privilege. It comes only to those who can earn it. Marvelous. I mean, if you can dwell on this, 2 minutes shanti se sochein what these terms mean and bounce back in the world. ठीक है? So I said about 1 hour and I've taken 1 hour 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm excused for that transgression. So my wishes to all of you. Thanks for sitting through. Thanks for your patience. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of you more often. part of the course, even otherwise. Okay, Tarana. Okay, thanks a lot.